Well, hello, and welcome back to Gearhead Geeks. The owner of the bike sent me this fender, and I'm going to kind of move in here, and you can see that it's got a little bit broken here. It is no longer round. It's bent in here, and it's covered with the ugliest, nastiest paint in the world, and it's rusted. So what I'm going to use here is some of this Sitza strip. It seems to work pretty well on some stuff. Okay, well, it's been about half an hour or so. So let's take a look at our fender here. And the stuff is pretty much crinkled it all up. Yep, anything that can be done to make it harder to work on something, that's what people do. But anyway, here it is all bent. We can see the bend in here. We can see the break in here. So this whole thing's been pushed up. How they did that, nobody knows. But we'll get that all straightened out. We'll weld all this. We'll get this guy all cleaned up. We'll get all this chunky paint off of here. We'll get it. So now we got to remember, here's what our fender looks like. It's not round. And we're going to start gently massaging it back. And as you can see, it's already starting to become round again. The fender is now back to being round on both sides. This crease is almost completely gone. I've got a little more work to do on it. Well, it is now time for a bit of grinding here. Get this thing cleaned up. Bit of twisting here and there, but we are all welded up. Okay, so now what we're going to use is a little flapper wheel on our die grinder. Just like it never happened. Okay, so after some more grinding on it, this is all straightened out and nice and smooth, and you can't tell anything. You don't even know which side it was broken on. So I'm going to speak up because the compressor's going, but our fender is completely flat. It has no wobbles in it whatsoever. I've gotten all that extra. I think we're out of the pink paint business, it looks like, for the most part. And we'll get some white primer on this bad boy, and once that's all dry, we'll continue on and we'll finish up this fender. So I got a big thick coat of white on here. So I've grabbed a little 400 sandpaper, and I'm just going to hit this guy, and we'll see if it's good enough to let her fly, or we need to put some spot putty on it. Well, after a bit of wet sanding, I look at this thing and it's just fine. So first things first is some fine line tape. This tape is vinyl. It's not crinkly like regular masking tape. It is designed especially for fine lines. So you can put this down and get a super fine line. We'll eyeball that. We'll do like, we got our 60 millimeters here. And we'll just eyeball our way through this, taking our fine line tape, and I'll start with the mark I've already done and just run it straight down to this other mark. And I'll take this and run that down to the mark I made in the front. And we have got a nice straight line all the way through. It looks great. It's just that simple, boys and girls. No muss, no fuss, and we got a nice straight line going through. I'll put a little more tape on the edges, and we can paint this little guy. And we just so happen to have the paint right here. Okay, so now what I like to do is before the paint completely dries, this is when I like to peel off the tape. And that way it doesn't want to how do you say, kind of peel off any of the red. So here we go. And there we have it. A perfectly nice white and red fender, looking good. It'll get a coat of clear, and we can then, we'll sand it and rub it, make sure it's nice and shiny. But there is our little fender. It came out pretty darn good. This is dried. We're in good shape. And I'm going to use some engine enamel gloss clear. Our paint booth. There ain't one. That's okay. Okay, as you can see, our little fender is all cleaned up and nice, ready to go, and it is ready for prime time. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment, and we'll go from there.